Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Wolfia. This is episode 294 of my Minecraft survival series, possibly, ow. And, it's been a while. And because of that, there we go. I don't really remember how to do, well, any of this. But that is okay, because I have a plan. So, I think these perimeter walls right here were one of the more recent things we worked on. And I think I've changed them up since you guys last saw them. I don't know if the spruce was there on top, but I do like that better than the stone that we had up there previously. But the thing is, we only got this far. So this entire area, and by this entire area, I mean basically from here going around the entirety of Wolfia. The walls are not done. There is nothing as far as walls. It restarts over here, and look, once again, no walls. So my plan is to start with a big old warm-up exercise, a big old warm-up time-lapse, getting the rest of the perimeter walls around Wolfia complete. We're going to be going all the way from where we ended last time to all the way over here. So, we got a lot of work ahead of us. I think at this point what we're going to do is go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Ooh, welcome back, everybody. So, at this point, we do have all of our, I guess, lower exterior walls is what I'll call them for now. All those walls extending down into the water, complete. They're done. Now, that's not to suggest that everything out here is just finished. As you can see, the ground does not make contact with the walls. So that is something we will have to work on, but that is not today's concern. Today we are focused on mainly the walls themselves, at least for the first part of this video. And as far as the first part of this video goes, we've made some pretty significant progress here in Wolfia. Obviously, still a lot of work to be done, all this flat area too. That's going to need to be dressed up a little bit, but overall, man, we got... I forgot how to play this game. Hold on, give me a second. That didn't happen. I think the main thing to take away from this is we accomplished a whole lot, I did a bunch of work, and I deserve a nap. Okay. Well, I guess sleep can wait, because we have more important matters to tend to. I did get a call from Mr. Wolfens over here at Wolfens Laboratory, so we do have to go speak with the boss, and he sounded mad, and I hope it's not due to the lack of completion of the quarantine district here, because that's something I should have been working on, admittedly, and that takes way too long. We're gonna have to speed that up, because when Mr. Wolfens calls, we're gonna need to come running. So, if you could just scan this super quickly, that would be great, because Mr. Wolfens is waiting, and any day now. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, all this stuff has to be sped up by a lot. But we're going to go ahead and make our way up to Mr. Wolfens' office and hope that I am not in heaps of trouble. So just be quiet, don't look him in the eye, follow my lead, all right? Knock, knock. Mr. Wolfens, you called? Good. Whew. Whew. What the crap was that? Okay, that was a dream, right? It had to have been a dream. I woke up in bed. Yeah, everything's fine over there. Okay, that was a dream. Oh, man. I know what's causing it too. Like, I have been feeling guilty due to the lack of progress around here, around Wolfia, because I haven't accomplished a lot over the past year. And Mr. Wolfens is probably mad, and I'm feeling guilty about that. That's probably what it is. We gotta do some more work for Mr. Wolfens.
Ugh, what a dummy.
So if we're going to make any significant progress, we are going to need help. We're going to need Dee Dee. Was that a random sheep in the nether? Hello, random sheep. Yes. Okay. Dee Dee. I'm going to go get Dee Dee. Now, we last left Dee Dee way out here in this area. Dee Dee? Dee Dee! Where'd Dee Dee go? Well, I mean, there's really only one other thing in this area, right? This village over here. So there is a possibility that Dee Dee may have gone to the village in my absence. Dee Dee! Hey, Dee Dee! Oh, man, am I happy to see you. Long time no see.
Yes, it was a nice break.
Well, I'm happy you enjoyed it. And nice clothes, by the way. But here's the thing. Me and Mr. Wolfens, we're going to need you back in Wolfia. So, if you could just follow me, we got some work to do.
Fine. I will gather my things and meet you there.
Yep, just close the door behind you.
I'm so sick of this builder.
So, while we're waiting for Dee Dee, I do have a little thing I can do. I can go and try to make some tinted glass because I want some for it's not really a project, but something I wanted to do. And I don't need a whole lot of it, but I don't have really anything. I have like one piece of amethyst available. So what we're going to do is while we're waiting for Dee Dee, we're going to make our way down into the mine, and I'm going to collect some amethyst because I believe there are some geodes down here. Now, it is now occurring to me as we're getting down into the deeper part of the mine that the last time I was down here, things did not go so well. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to come down here. We're going to find some geodes. We're going to collect some amethyst. We're going to not die. Yeah, okay. So I wandered for a little bit, but this geode is actually right here by the entrance. So what I need to do is make this thing more visible. open it up maybe and make the amethyst a bit easier to collect. And as there are several geodes in this area, we should probably go ahead and do that for all of them and make a little trail between them. That way when we come to collect amethyst, it's easy to do so. So at this point, let's go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and do that. Well, that's that. Got myself some amethyst. We got a little bit of a path carved between our geodes. As far as the amethyst we collected, we got this much from this little outing, which is pretty good, enough to make the tinted glass I need. We also got a bunch of other stuff, including this stuff right here. But I think that's probably going to do it for, well, this. Now we will have to come back and, kind of do something with this area, because obviously these paths aren't great. These little amethyst rooms aren't great. We might build them up a little bit later. Then again, we might not. It depends on how much I care. Ow! What is your problem? So when Dee came by, I diverted him over here to Ender Island because there is something I want to take care of. Hey, Dee, don't mind me. And all I really wanted to do was to come over here to our Silverfish spawner and just kind of darken the place up a little bit, because the ambiance, it's not quite working. And there we go. The room is looking much better, at least much darker than it did previously. I know it looks like we got some light bleeding through there from the ender portal, but it is not really doing so. Or at least I don't think it is, because I got tinted glass kind of all around the end portal blocks, kind of blocking the light out from this room. I don't know if it makes much of a difference if the light gets in here anyway. I just like the looks better. Anyway, there's some other stuff related to this, kind of, that I want to take care of next. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over here to Wolfen's laboratory, specifically over here to our potion brewer, because what we're going to do is not anything big, not buildy stuff or anything like that. We are going to add a new potion to our brewing system right here if I have an open spot, which I do. The ingredients are in, and as you can see, we are ready to brew with our awkward potions in here. So, I think I have it set up properly. let's find out. What this should do is brew some splash potions of oozing. Hopefully. And that's it. There we go. We got splash potions of oozing. I remembered how to do stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and take these out. This should start brewing a new batch of awkward potions. And we will use those to get more splash potions of oozing. But first, we got to test something out. So the next part of this plan, part 3, 4, possibly 5 of this plan, involves us returning over here to Ender Island. But we are actually going beyond Ender Island this time. We're not going back down there with Dee Dee. Dee Dee's still hanging out. We're going to go and make our way to the actual end. And that's actually not the normal amount of chaos that usually happens when I come through the end portal after Dee Dee's been hanging out over on Ender Island. So there's silverfish here. No, I hear them. There are a lot of silverfish here. This seems fine. Okay. But if they're not in there, which I don't want them to be in there yet, I do need to go ahead and put some stuff down real quick because we are going to invite our silverfish over here. We're going to make a wither and we're going to get some wither roses. And it looks like we do have a pretty good amount coming over here, which is good. And I will, I'll just wait for all these guys to make their way inside. Not a ton of them, but enough for a test at least, which is all we need. All right, so as is standard practice, we are going to hit these guys and myself with some splash potions of poison to make sure that they're one hit. And then we're going to hit them with these splash potions of oozing, which should turn them into slimes, which divide down into further slimes that the wither can take out and hopefully make into additional wither roses. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. So we got our wither currently getting ready. We can just hang out down here and just see what happens, basically, because if this works, great. If not, it's kind of fun. So, that is a lot of slimes. All right, you're not supposed to be out here, so that could be an issue. Does the splash potion of poison work on these guys? It appears so. Wonderful. Listen, bud, I'm going to need you and all your friends to back up and stop entering my space. You got your area, I got my area. All right. Yeah, this actually seems to work a little bit better if I just hang out around the edges and draw them to where they need to be. For instance, if they get too far over that way, I draw them this way, and then they run into the wither, and then I get my wither roses, which you can see gathering on the floor there. Yeah, this works. And that is enough out of you, my goodness. All right, so yeah, I'd say overall that was pretty successful, and just for that little bit, we got a pretty decent amount of wither roses. And I do have a plan for these, not that we're going to work on today, but I do want to get some wither roses. So if we're going to continue doing things this way, some minor renovations do need to be made if I want to keep those slimes out of my hair. And just maybe one of those renovations could be, and if you'll give me a moment, I won't commit to this quite yet, one of the, yeah, that's going to be fun. One of the renovations could be where we go to draw the mobs, because we can do something about this. And with that done, if we rid ourselves of these guys, we can go ahead and prepare a new wither for when we actually come back. Which I should have done after the last time, but I didn't. So now that's ready to go. And we got our process here a little bit more simplified, where I can just pop back here and lure any mobs towards the wither that need to be lured towards the wither. So that's that. And now we make our way back to Wolfia. And I know, we've been all over the place today. We're doing all kinds of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff I do want to get done, so we're going to just continue to do stuff. Now, you'll remember when we started off the episode, I was focused on our outer exterior, wall things. I'm thinking this top area could also stand to have some attention. Now, the only one of these areas we've done so far is this area right here, which doesn't really get used for much aside from a honey farm, but since my bees have all decided to run off, it doesn't really serve that purpose anymore either. Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know if maybe the bees just weren't out because it was getting dark and it was all rainy, but no, they are, as I remember, legitimately missing, and it seems like they packed up and left a while ago because we basically got nothing here. This is getting me all sidetracked. We're not doing bees all over the outside. But the point was, this is the only top area we've done so far, and as you can see, it's basically just like, flowers and stuff like that. We got a path through here. It's more decorative than anything, and that's what I'm thinking for the outside areas. It'll probably be like, kind of like how we have the edges here are all kind of overgrown a little bit. And that's because, I was trying to think of designs I might like to put on these top areas, but honestly, couldn't come up with any designs I liked. What I know I like, though, is this look. This, kind of wild, overgrown landscaping look. So I'm thinking maybe not this wild, maybe more calm, but around the entire perimeter of Wolfia, I'm thinking we do some landscaping, with the small exception of this area over here, which is supposed to serve a purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and start collecting stuff. We're going to want some bushes. Some azaleas might be nice. I seem to also be keeping a random zombie somewhere. Hello? Ah, there you are. You know what? Get out of there. What's wrong with you? Ridiculous. We're also going to want a bunch of leaves, stuff for paths, flowers, and a bunch of other nonsense I'm not going to list because this is really only serving to draw out what is probably an already pretty long video. But at this point, I think we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and call the drone on over here, put on a little bit of music, and get to work. Welcome back, everybody. At this point, we got our outer thing pretty much done. You might have noticed I put a hole in the wall over here. Did you get yourself stuck? You did get yourself stuck. It is authorized personnel only. My goodness. All right, I gotta figure out how to get this guy out of here. Y'all don't know the meaning of authorized personnel only, do you? No, you don't. That's okay. We'll explain it to him later. But I put a hole in the wall over here, so that way we can, access this area from the farm district. Any of our villagers can also make their way out here, should they choose, and just kind of enjoy the scenery around here. I did not put any sweetberry bushes along any of the areas that villagers are meant to access, so it should be relatively safe for them. We have our railings up now, so nobody should be able to, dive over the edge. And this extends to the outer districts where we will be doing some other stuff. But I gotta say, overall, I am pretty happy with this. Now, I am aware that you guys saw all of this during the time lapse, right? I know that. But I do like to go through and kind of look at things together with you after we've done something, just to see the work we've done. This side is accessible from the other side. We just have to cross that little walkway right there and it brings us around. So, I mean, everything is accessible, even the stuff that doesn't have, like, entrances into the city proper. Like, every one of these areas is accessible, which, I like. But, man, that was a whole lot of work. And there's still a whole lot more work to do before, this whole thing starts looking right. As far as the inner exterior walls go, they're all complete except for the ones over at Wolfia's laboratory. We still have to make a top walkway to those. But we are going to gradually ease back into the process of, working on Wolfia. But that is going to be it for us here today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I forgot how my outro actually goes, but I'm just glad you guys came over here to hang out with me again. So, bye, I guess. I'll see you guys next time.